Welcome everyone to the first live stream of 2025, unless you count New Year's Eve. A amazing New Year's. I think we're going to be saying Happy New Year for a few weeks. I know I've had this discussion before, but I can safely say Happy New Year within like the first 2 weeks of January. We're here in Chinatown. It's about 4:15 p.m. Temperature's 40 Fahrenheit, 4 degrees Celsius. Actually, my tell to stop saying Happy New Year is if you go to Times Square and you stop seeing confetti flying around in the air, that's when it's time to stop saying Happy New Year. Because I was there yesterday, there was still plenty of confetti just flying around. Chinatown does seem busier these days, especially with the high tourist season this year. It's amazing. Jackie Delgado says Happy New Year's. Thank you for your videos. I'm grateful. They have helped me with ease because I'm going to be there next week for the first time. Well, I hope my guides have helped you in all my adventures throughout New York City. I'd say if there's one video I suggest you to watch is my subway map for tourists video that I released, I think about 2 weeks ago. It's a really simplified version of the subway map because I know a lot of people get overwhelmed when it comes to the public transit here. Deborah Roberts' Chinese New Year will be January 29th, and those people almost got hit. It will be the year of the snake. I remember going to this place when I came back from Asia, and there was a line down the block, and now you can just walk in there, no line. Chi Cha San Chen from Taiwan. But you know where there is a line is the ever so popular Mei Lai Wah Bakery, known for their roast pork buns, or the Cha Shu Baos. They're $2.50 each. This is like the main attraction here in Chinatown. I can smell the roast pork buns just standing outside. The cash line is a lot shorter than the credit and debit card line. Marjorie Hilton asking if I've officially moved back to New York. I live in the moment as of now. Right now, wherever my legs take me, that's where I'll go. Silvio saying Wo Hop. Wo Hop is a very popular restaurant on Mott Street. That's located in the basement. I've been there before. Yeah, Deborah, it's cold in New York today. It was even warmer during New Year's Eve, but at least it's not raining today. This complex, by the way, is the largest of its kind in Chinatown, the Confucius Plaza Apartments. I think I want to walk over to East Broadway. Haven't really shown this on video for a while, or live stream. We'll head over to the Lower East Side as well. I think it's time for a change. Instead of showing Midtown Manhattan, Rockefeller Center, Times Square, to head into some of the other parts of Manhattan, especially since New Year's Eve and the holidays are over now. Dad's Alien Greek. Yeah, I think they are pretty nice places. I don't know how much it costs to live in one of these, but I haven't been here in a long time. Not since when my grandfather was alive and I brought him to see the doctor here. I'd have to like go through the back, and then the doctor's office was inside. But there are a lot of medical offices here as well. Home health care, optical. There's even a herbalist over here. I can really feel the days getting longer too, because if it was like a month ago, you'll see it get dark right about now, but at least there's some sunlight left. La Vita Bella asking, what neighborhood do you suggest a family with a little one to move to? Very difficult question to answer. It really depends on your personal needs as well as the needs of your child. Quite complicated, if I may add. Also, having resources and money is a big issue too, because sometimes the nice neighborhoods, even though you'd want to move there, you may not be able to afford to. Anonymous source saying to move near Chinatown or Flushing near all the food. I mean, there's great places all around the city if you want to be next to great food. not just Chinatown. I know I come here a lot, but I really love Chinese food. So this area is called Chatham Square. Let me count how many streets actually intersect here. You have, I think, Oliver Street here, Pearl Street. You have Park Row, Mott Street, Worth Street. That's already 5. Chatham Square, the street itself, that's 6. And East Broadway, which is 7. 7 streets intersect at Chatham Square. So this is the less visited portion of Chinatown. You can kind of say this is the more local version. Booker T says, can't wait to see where you go in 2025. Maybe Europe. Oh, I'm excited. I'm already making an itinerary to travel to and go places for the rest of the year, and making arrangements too. I actually was gonna travel more often last year, but because I had my injury, it delayed it a little bit. There's actually a restaurant here, a well-known one, that I read they were gonna close. When I walk by it, I'll let you know.
I'm gonna say something.
It's this one right here. I think they even got rated up in Zagat. Huayuan Szechuan. I think there were even celebrities that came here. There's a upscale Chinese restaurant, but I think the building is going to be sold or something like that, if I remember, and they're going to be losing their spot. Yeah, Michelin Guide, Huayuan Szechuan. Best of New York, recommended by Time Out. Pretty sad to have this place leave, but I say this with a lot of places in New York City. Make sure if you love a place, you support it, because it may not be there in the future. That's one of the things that's bad about New York City. New York changes so quickly. Infinity Act. The snowfall kind of varies from year to year. It's really hard to predict what kind of snowfall you'll get. Wow, Nave designed cars with 10 Action Kit memberships. Thank you, Nave. Now we got more people able to join the channel and do some panda emojis. Appreciate it, Dave. Thank you so much. We're going to be walking under the Manhattan Bridge. This spot over here, 67 East Broadway, has amazing Fujonese Chinese food and super affordable too. CU says go to the dumpling place inside East Broadway Mall. Yes, it's right in here. I won't be able to take you inside though because right now they've installed security in there and they don't want people recording in there without permission of the mall management. But there's an amazing dumpling spot downstairs which I featured before on the Action Get Extra channel. But right here, I know it looks kind of like abandoned in there and scary looking, but there's an amazing Chinese restaurant in the basement. This is the loudest bridge in New York, no doubt. That's why you always look before you cross the street. You might have a long distance bus flying around the corner. And look both ways too. Don't look only in the direction where traffic is coming. This spot, King's Kitchen, has amazing roast meats. They even have a Chinese New Year special there. Hey, thank you, Kelly S., joining the Panda membership. Thanks, Kelly. Glad you could be here. Happy New Year to you. And just for you, we'll flip the hat around. This hat is reversible. Coming up on the corner here is an amazing mural. It's actually my favorite mural in Chinatown. Wait. Here's the mural. You have the entire lunar zodiac here, sitting at a table. Well, almost the entire zodiac sitting at the table. There's other animals here on the side. Cool mural, right? And then you got this one here on the gate, the dragon. And then it continues around the side, the Chinatown mural project. And then there's greetings from Chinatown. Inside each of the letters, you have a local Chinatown scene or business. There's the Manhattan Bridge. This is the symbol for the Chinatown ice cream factory. The F train with an I love New York plastic bag. Tsingtao beer. Canal Street. The Fenghua bus, which actually is no more now. I think they got taken over by Peter Pan bus, but you can still get a bus from New York City to Boston. Probably for around like $30 now. I remember when Fenghua was doing it, you can get tickets as low as like 10 bucks. It was absolutely unreal how you can get a bus ticket from New York City to Boston for $10. And then I think it became like $20, but it was still a great deal. Marjorie, I'm not sure if they were done by local artists. It's a local Buddhist temple. You know what? I think the bus company that I rode last time was Flixbus, not Peter Pan. Peter Pan is the bus I took to Philadelphia, but it's Flixbus. I think I remember Flixbus might be from Germany, but they're becoming the main bus operator here in the US. It used to be Megabus and Greyhound, but you don't really see them as much anymore. Wolfgang says German Flixbus company. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So actually, if you do want to come to New York City on a budget, check your local bus station because you might get some amazing deals on a bus ticket here. Hey, thank you, Stephen Friedman, for $4.99. Appreciate it. Happy New Year to you. Roxanne with $4.99. Happy New Year 2025. It's 2025 already? I thought we were living in the past already, but appreciate the support. Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, service mural is bad for it.
C Medina 238 says rode the Fenghua bus to Rhode Island one time. Quite the experience. Yeah, unfortunately Fenghua bus didn't have the best reputation for safety. I think there was even a time where like one of those buses tipped over. I remember there was one bus I took from New York City to Philadelphia, and the air conditioning was not working in that bus. Even though it was a very cheap bus ticket, I certainly suffered with the quality. It was miserably hot in there. So this is actually the Lower East Side now. We've walked out of Chinatown. Hey, thanks Christina Rob for the 99 cents. Appreciate it, Christina. Glad you could be here. Happy New Year. Cat, the competitors back then must have been like Greyhound and Megabus. Lizard Lounge, I think I paid maybe $25 round trip. It was super cheap to go to Philadelphia and back. I did it in the same day. Meanwhile, if you take Amtrak there, you'll be looking at like a $50 or more ticket one way. Renee Shar, thank you for 5.99 euros. Happy New Year 2025. Thanks for highlighting accessibility in past videos. Hope you'll keep covering this. Greetings from Germany. Thank you, Renee. Appreciate it. Yeah, last year was the first year I really had to worry about accessibility on a personal level, because when I broke my foot, I had a hard time to get around using a knee scooter and a wheelchair. So you have to really figure out which subway stations and businesses can accommodate you, you know? And it wasn't easy. There were even times where a subway station would be accessible, like Times Square, but when I got there, the elevator to the uptown platform wasn't working. So I had to take the elevator to the downtown side, ride the train one stop, and then take two sets of elevators to get back to the correct platform. It's such a journey. Not sure, it says my hat looks like a sock. It's a fun hat to wear, actually. You can wear it so many different ways. Buster Frisco, e-scooter accident in Toronto, Canada. It's already almost this temperature outside.
I even baited her.
minus Celsius ice cream. How much do they charge? $9.64 for rolled ice cream. Regular ice cream is $5.28. And double scoop is $7.12. Man, they want to really break it down to the penny. $7.12. It's actually quite uncommon. You'll see businesses price everything down to the penny like that. Even grocery stores, they'll price everything in 99-cent increments or quarter increments. Sometimes businesses will do that so that after you add in New York City and New York State sales tax, it becomes an even number. I don't know if that's the case there. What's 8.875% of $7.12? And then you add that. Let's see. I'm curious. 712 plus 8.875%. 775. Okay. Maybe they did it for that purpose. So when you pay for a double scoop of ice cream, it becomes $7.75. You give them $8, they'll give you back a quarter. But you know what you can also do that's a little less confusing than that? You can just have your menu and say, prices include sales tax. Johnny says, I think it's $7.12 after taxes. I'm not really sure. Actually, this is the thing that kind of drives me crazy when I'm here. And I've traveled a fair bit. Some places they'll have everything included in the price. It says gratuities included, sales tax included. And then some places, you go to a restaurant, you'll see it's this price, but then they don't include sales tax, and then they don't include gratuity in the price too. So it's kind of deceiving. It's kind of like everywhere I go, I have to assume the price is 25% higher than it really is. And then the whole tipping culture is totally insane. We've made it to Delancey Street. Williamsburg Bridge is that way. Yeah, honey, love the lights in the sky too. It's beautiful. Oh, come on. We only get that much time to cross the street before it completely counts down. Double chicken, please. Wonder what's going on in here. There's a long line for this restaurant. Man, is this a special restaurant or something? Is this a special restaurant? Or, oh, it's a bar. Okay, thank you. Have fun. Wow, must be some bar if there's this many people waiting to get in. And the bar's name is Double Chicken. Should have one called Double Meat. This might be Chipotle's arch nemesis here because they always charge you for double meat. Yeah, Brian, it might be happy hour. Look at this, there's a line to get in here. The Old Friend photo booth. This is actually a cool concept. I want to cross the street now and go into the Lower East Side some more. Thanks Africa Tech with $39.99 ZAR from a fellow YouTuber in South Africa. Glad you can join in, appreciate it. Oh, I think I can cross. Gotta hurry up though. Man, it is windy today. Feels like it's more chilly because of the wind. I think there's a new spot, the Oven Slice. See, you used to live in the red building on the left. Oh, this one. Let us know if it looks the same since you live there. .144 Orchard Street. Oh, then that's not the building then that I showed you. Man, look at this wind. That looks like a pretty bad pothole. Rice to riches. Eat all you want, you're already fat. Bathroom is for rice to riches customers only. Violators will be disgraced, tortured, and savagely beaten. If you survive, you will be shot. Dozens of delicious flavors and 3 shitty ones. And here is also Bell Fries. This spot is amazing. I didn't expect much from Belgian fries, but when I ate at this spot, it really took me by surprise. I went here with John Barr. He manages the Here Be Bar YouTube channel, and man, that spot, it's a hidden gem in New York. Yeah, Deborah, you don't want to be using their bathroom at Rice to Riches place unless you want to be disgraced and savagely beaten. That's how seriously New York City takes its bathrooms. Yeah, Mika, I was watching a video about that. There's a Lenin statue there on Norfolk Street. Some random mattress doing here on the middle of the sidewalk. CU says there wasn't any line at Katz when you were living there. We're gonna pass by Katz Deli pretty soon. It's actually right there on the corner. I actually know someone who went there just in the past week, and they said the line to get in there was crazy, but they still did it because it was worth the experience. $26 for a pastrami on rye sandwich at Katz's Deli. That place has been there since like 1900 or something. Luceni says, what a ripoff. I mean, they're pricey, but you should see the amount of work that they put into curing that meat and seasoning it. I think it takes them like a week just to get pastrami ready. What do you think? Is there going to be a long line for Katz's Deli? This is not the only place you can get pastrami on rye, by the way. I know there's the 2nd Avenue Deli, which isn't on 2nd Avenue anymore. They moved somewhere in Midtown. My friend John, he did a whole video on who has the best pastrami sandwich in New York City. I forget the other ones, but this one's the most well-known, Katz's Deli. Whoa, there's a line. People are waiting out here in 40-degree weather for Katz's Deli. established in 1888. Wow, even longer than what I said. I said it was like around 1900. Man, look at this. I guess this is on people's bucket lists to eat before they go back. Katz's Deli. Complete with a neon sign. Oh. Man, the line is so long. It goes down the block and almost around the corner for Katz's Deli. I think this is the longest line I've ever seen for Katz's. It's almost as long as the line for FAO Schwartz. All the way back here. And this is what it looks like from the back of the line. Crazy. And people say $26 is expensive for a pastrami sandwich. Well, those people are willing to pay for it online and wait on top of that too. So it tells you there's a demand. G says nothing is worth that wait. I think it might be for those people. Don't knock Katz's pastrami sandwich, by the way. I ate it and I was genuinely surprised. I was like, they do give you a lot of meat. And it's high up there in my book. Now, I would say, would I eat Katz's Deli pastrami sandwich all the time? Heck no. I'd maybe have it like once a year at most. Just because the amount of meat they put in there kind of grosses me out, to be honest with you. I'd rather like buy one sandwich and share the rest of it with like 2 or 3 other people. And that'll be like a good portion of meat for me. Now this place here, Russ and Daughters, is amazing. They're not open right now because it's past business hours, but they have some amazing bagels here.
I'm grateful for them to send this because it's so different from the others.
Oh, really?
Pamela says you can make 2 to 3 sandwiches. Yeah, you can. You can just bring your own bread with you to Katz's Deli, order 1 sandwich, and use the rest of the meat from that order to fill up the other pieces of bread. Peter wonders if Katz's is on DoorDash or Uber Eats. Heh, good idea. I don't know if they are. You know, also inside the DeKalb Marketplace food court in downtown Brooklyn, there's another branch of Katz's Deli in that food court. I don't know how good they are compared to the original here, but that one may be worth checking out if this line here is way too long like the way it is. Heck, it might even be faster to go there. You can take the subway, eat a sandwich, and come back by the time it takes this line. Just take this train, the F train, to J Street Metrotech, and you only need to walk like maybe 10 minutes to get to that DePaul Market Hall. And Katz's Deli is there too. Allison says, with a queue like that, there's no way they're on DoorDash or Uber Eats. You know what I've done before is sometimes I need to make a trip to Costco wholesale, and the lines to get into and out of Costco can be insane just for like groceries. I've used Uber Eats before to place a Costco order. No, it wasn't Uber Eats, it was Instacart to place a Costco order so I wouldn't have to go there myself. This place, Yona Schimmel Knish Bakery, is amazing too. Another old school spot since 1910. Look at this. Only takeout. Yeah, that place has been around for a long time. Almost as old as Katz's. Well, thanks, Lori. Nice video. Did with my dad driving. Yeah, for those of you driving into Manhattan, starting Sunday, there's going to be congestion pricing. If you enter anywhere in Manhattan and hit the street grid south of 60th Street. It looks like it's finally going to be a reality in New York, congestion pricing. By the way, I also found out if you're entering Manhattan on through any of the toll tunnels and you hit the street grid, you do get a credit against the toll of the tunnel. It's either $3 or $1.50, depending if the tunnel is tolled one way or both ways. If it's the Holland or Lincoln tunnel, you'll get a $3 credit back on the toll. And if it's the Queens Midtown tunnel, you pay $1.50. I mean, you get $1.50 credit. Plus, you have to pay the $9 congestion surcharge. So technically, if you drive in with the Holland or Lincoln tunnel, you're only paying $6 for the congestion pricing instead of $9 because you get a $3 credit back. Also, if you're driving through from the Brooklyn Bridge or the Queensboro Bridge, there are ways to avoid paying the congestion pricing if you go in to Manhattan with those bridges. If you take the upper roadway of the Queensboro Bridge, you can exit the street grid on 62nd Street. which is above the congestion pricing zone. And with the Brooklyn Bridge, you can enter the FDR Drive northbound without hitting the street grid, so you don't have to pay congestion pricing there. And you can also enter the Brooklyn Bridge with the FDR Drive northbound or southbound without having to pay the congestion pricing. Also, the Hugh Carey Tunnel or the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, you can avoid paying congestion pricing because it goes on West Street or the West Side Highway, which is excluded from congestion pricing. I know it's a lot to process, but I know my routes in New York City very well. But at any time you hit the Manhattan street grid south of 60th Street, if you get off the FDR Drive or the West Side Highway, you're gonna pay the $9. Yeah, Claire, New York City is gonna be like London, the first of its kind in the country to have a congestion zone. Yeah, Johnny, Hugh Carey Tunnel only exclude if you stay exclusively on West Street going northbound or going southbound, and then it connects back to the FDR Drive. If at any point you get off of those, you're going to be paying the congestion pricing.
I do not like those outlets.
Also, if you have an out-of-state Easy Pass, you'll still get charged $9. But if you don't have an Easy Pass, you'll get charged $13.50. DC322 says, I'm not sure about the Holland and Lincoln tunnels work. Well, it's going to be expensive to come into New York City with the Holland or Lincoln tunnel. Already, the Holland and Lincoln tunnels is the single most expensive toll,
It drops us off like literally.
like a one-time toll anywhere in the country. It's like $18 for that toll. So you get a $3 credit for that. So it's going to be $15, and then you pay a $9 congestion pricing. You're paying $24 just to come into Manhattan.
I think we'd be really bad streamers. It'd be so fucking funny though, 'cause
Bodie McBoatface, thank you so much for $5. Appreciate it so much. Thank you for the support. Infinity Act says I'm ranting about fees. I may be, but a lot of people may not know about all the fee structure because it's such a new thing. And I think people need to be informed depending on where they decide to drive or not drive. It's a long line to get into that bar. I think we could take a walk on Broadway going uptown. Thank you, Laura Balik, for the $5 super chat. Appreciate it, Laura. Thank you. We're getting back to the busy part of Manhattan. JBL store. Whoa, look at this. There's a record player. Complete with the Beatles album too. Oh, there's a lot of people here in SoHo. Maybe I want to walk in SoHo for a little bit. I know I said I was going to go uptown, but maybe we can walk here a little bit and then turn around. Yeah, I think I'll walk down one block and then go back around. Whoa, look at this wind. Really feel it now. These banners are just flapping around all over. Maybe people here are here in SoHo returning clothes. Right now it's the busy season for retailers with all the returns.
That's the same size.
Some of them have return policies until the end of the month. Thankfully, I wasn't gifted clothes this year because my family and friends all know that I'm very particular with my clothing.
Unless you're gonna get the red drink.
Also because I have a nylon allergy. Nylon and spandex too. I get a very bad allergic reaction, big rashes. So that even limits what kind of clothes I can wear.
No, I'm saying, say we're gonna get on a Free Street station.
Now let's see what people are doing
I did one.
in NoHo.
Oh, I love
Yeah, Henrik, natural fibers are what I head towards. I'm not sure if this is my friend Tom or not. Looks like him.
They wouldn't.
And he's walking pretty fast. Dream Machine, thank you so much for $2. Happy New Year to 2025 AK. This is our year. Appreciate it, Dream Machine. Thanks for the support.
Looks good on me.
Yeah, Stephanie, it's going to be cold next week. It's already cold now. I wonder what the vibe is now in Times Square. I was there yesterday and there were a lot of people hanging around and celebrating. I don't know if we'll get snow next week. It'll be interesting. I do know that it's going to get cold next week. That's it. I mean, Monday has a 60% chance of snow. Wow, look how cold it's going to get. -7 on Tuesday and Wednesday. That's in Celsius. Marit says here it's 7 Fahrenheit, -14 Celsius. Hurricane on its way. Yikes. That doesn't sound good with a hurricane with snow. I don't care if it's 4 degrees Celsius or -14 Celsius. It's still cold. That's a good saying, infinity acts. In Sweden, it's -25. There's a saying that says there's no bad weather, just bad clothing. I've got the clothing to endure cold temperatures if needed. Actually, my #1 tip for visitors coming to New York City is to dress appropriately for the weather. I know that's hard to do sometimes, but I think people really underestimate how cold it gets here. Or maybe they've lived in a warm climate for most of their life and they get here and they're like, what the heck? I'm freezing out here. There's no way I can do anything. And what I see a lot of people do is they cave in when they get here and they're like, I didn't pack a warm jacket, now I gotta buy one. Yeah, infinity, if there's wind, that makes a lot of difference too. Yeah, you make a point there, Marit. In windy areas, you really feel it. And being that New York City is right on the Atlantic Ocean, it makes that effect even more pronounced. Hey, Dream Machine, your favorite joke here. Save money on a Christmas tree, just pick one up when people are discarding them, water it for the entire year, and you won't have to pay for a Christmas tree next year. Use your big brain. Plenty of Christmas trees, no one wants them anymore. Just pick this up, stick it in your backyard, and it'll be ready for next year. I hope. I think I made that joke like 3 years ago, maybe. I was like, oh, look at all these discarded Christmas trees. They were selling for like $100 each, and now nobody wants them. Yeah, Henrik, that works too. You can get a plastic tree so you don't have to worry about discarding it and buying a new one every year. Shaky days saying the next day worthless, the day before $200. Hey, that happens with a lot of items. How about Taylor Swift concert ticket? If you have a ticket the day before her concert, that ticket's worth a lot of money. If you didn't attend the concert but you still have the ticket, what's that ticket worth?
It's fire, bro.
Oh, he said my hat was fire. I just processed that right now. Hello. Wow, Dream Machine, you have my joke down to the day. January 10th, 2021. About 3 years ago. Oh wow. Starbreaker, the iguanas got rid of all the Christmas decorations on the palm trees. Those naughty iguanas. Dad's alien geek. It does happen from time to time. I would say more so here in New York than any other place. Notice nobody's on the top here, except for two people. What do you think the wind chill is up there on this double-decker bus? Will you even be able to enjoy the tour bus with wind chills like this today? Because I remember doing the big bus ride and I sat up there when it was much colder than today. My hands were frozen like halfway through the ride, even with gloves on. Tank Top DM, you saw that clip with me in London. Oh yeah, I did ride the big bus in London. It was cold during that ride too. And that was in November. Eric says you saw me in an Africa travel guide. Really? I've never even been to Africa. How's that possible? We've almost made it to Union Square. And now we've got our first look at the Empire State Building. Right there. SoHo, yes, I made a video on that jail, I think a year or two ago. They're building that skyscraper jail in Chinatown. Yes, Laurie, I did see the Empire State Building get hit with lightning twice on New Year's Eve from what I could tell, at least twice. I'm not taking a chance here crossing the street, even though some people may. Now I don't see any cars coming. Now I'll take the chance. Yeah, Henrik, the thunderstorm of New Year's Eve that I'll never forget. I had to endure it. It was not pleasant going back after the ball dropped. I'll tell you that much. Kind of made me regret my decision to come out a little bit. There's the Strand bookstore. Jim D, thank you so much for the very generous $20. Happy New Year to you, Jim. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Dream Machine with $2 saying thanks for the New Year's Eve stream. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, being a New York City content creator, if I want to get the ball drop, I've got to be there. Yes, see you, the Empire State Building. You can't really see it from 23rd Street anymore due to the construction there. Yeah, Deborah, we might get some snow next week. I remember walking by here. This is one of the few places that was still open on Christmas Day. Max Brenner Chocolate Bar. Does this still work? Oh no. Guys got too much now. The crosswalk button is silent. Thanks to Russell John Edgington with $2. Appreciate it. Now I wonder if this side works.
Wait.
Yep, working. I know the one by 23rd Street, they all replaced them with the modern one. Hey, Henrik Peterson, thank you so much for the 14 Swedish kroner. Just about a week and a half ago, the Union Square Holiday Market was here. Now that's all been taken down. Bryant Park is really the only one that's still up, I think. That one will be on until March. Yeah, Laurie, that was pretty funny with a malfunctioning talking crosswalk button. The one that said what instead of wait. Like it was giving us an attitude. What? I wonder if it's still broken, by the way. If anyone wants to go there, it's 6th Avenue and 57th Street. The northeast corner. unedited Billy T. Wonder if room rates went down. Oh, they definitely did. I checked a few hotels. They're all below the prices that I saw in December. Well, folks, I think I might wrap up my live stream here. I actually want to take the subway further uptown so I can make another walking video. But I want to thank you all for watching today. Thanks for joining in. Glad you could be here for my first live stream of 2025 and New Year's Eve into the midnight countdown doesn't count for that matter for me. Hope you have a safe rest of your day. Hit the like button for me, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye everyone, take care. Catch you later.
Non posso nemmeno.